Hi guys, I'm Saumya and I'm back again with another video. I hope you're all well and safe. So I make a lot of bookish content on this channel. So if you are a book lover and a reader, then do hit that subscribe button and don't forget to click on the bell icon. So this is a November TBR video. For the uninitiated, TBR means to be read. So in today's video, I'm going to be talking about the 5 books that I plan on reading in November 2021. So let me know in the comments what all do you plan to read in November, and I look forward to your comments. So let's begin. The first book is The Wind-Up Bird Chronicle by Haruki Murakami. So this is a story about a man named Toru whose cat has gone missing and whose wife has started acting distant with him. He has also started receiving explicit phone call from a woman that he doesn't recognize. When he starts searching for his cat around his neighborhood, he comes across a strange girl, and in the course of the story he also comes across 2 sisters named Malta and Creta. So it's been a while since I read a book by Murakami, and honestly this book has been on my radar for quite some time. You know, with TBRs this is the case, that it's like there is a waiting list for books that you have to get to, that you need to get to, and when you do end up picking up a book finally that you had been meaning to read for quite some time, that is a very satisfying feeling. And that's aside from whatever the reading experience might be with that book, but the anticipation is something that readers enjoy a lot, and I'm no different in that regard. And as for Murakami books in general, I mean, with his books the unusual is the usual. The next book is While the Birds Still Sing by Ruskin Bond, illustrated by Pranita Dutt. So this is a collection of Ruskin Bond's writings on nature, and as I said, they have been accompanied by illustrations, and these are some really pretty watercolor illustrations that are there in this book that go with the writings in this book as well. So this is my current read as well, and this book has a very philosophical, gentle vibe that I am loving. I've always loved reading books by Ruskin Bond. He's one of my favorite authors, and I am enjoying this book a lot. Reading about nature in his words is a delightful experience for me so far. The next book is Everything I Never Told You by Celeste Ng. So Lydia is the middle child of James and Marilyn Lee. So Lydia's body is found in a lake and her family is shocked. Her father is consumed with guilt. Her mother wants revenge. Lydia's older brother suspects a local bad boy to be involved in this, and her little sister might be the only one who knows what truly happened. So this story is taking place in the 1970s Ohio. So I have already started reading this book a little bit, and the one thing that has kind of struck out to me is that this book has an ominous vibe right from the start, because Lydia is missing right from the beginning of the story. So Lydia's father is Chinese American, so the fact that Lydia is mixed race has also come up in the story in the first few pages. So I have yet to see whether this will be a big theme in the book or not. Also, needless to say, this book definitely has suspense and mystery in it, because I think the story obviously will talk about the cause of Lydia's death. The next one is So Long and Thanks for All the Fish by Douglas Adams. This is the 4th book in the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy series by Douglas Adams. So if you have been on my channel before, you know that I love this series. I'm crazy about it, and I totally recommend it to anyone who hasn't checked it out. So it's a science fiction series and it's hilarious. It talks about the misadventures of Arthur Dent after the earth is blown up by the Vogons. Anyway, this book is the 4th installment. So in this book, Arthur Dent has figured out how to fly, and he has figured out the trick to flying, and he thinks that he's the only one who has done so. But then he meets the woman of his dreams who also knows how to do this. So that's the premise of the story. I haven't yet begun listening to this audiobook. Each one of the 3 books in this series previously have made me laugh a lot. The next book is Heaven by Miko Kawakami. So I have already started this book. So this is a story about a 14-year-old boy who is bullied relentlessly by his schoolmates for having a lazy eye. So he starts receiving mysterious notes from someone in his class, but he doesn't know who that might be. But then eventually he finds out that it's a girl named Kojima who also goes through similar bullying, and she understands him and he understands her. So they become each other's support system during this time. So as I said, I've already started this book and I am in the initial part of the book, and I haven't even reached the midpoint of this book, and so far this book is very engaging, because bullying is a topic that I feel very strongly about. This is my first title by Miko Kawakami, so I have heard about her, but this is the only time that I'm actually exploring her work. So let's see how it turns out. So far it looks very promising. So that's it. That was my November TBR. These are the 5 books that are on my radar for November 2021, and honestly it looks promising because I am already into 4 of these 5 books. So if you want to read or have read any of the titles that I talked about in today's video, then do drop a comment talking about your thoughts on that particular title. I will look forward to your comment, or let me know about the books that you plan on reading in November 2021. So that was it for today's video. If you want to connect with me on my social media, the links are in the description box. I will see you in my next video. Till then, bye bye, take care and stay safe.